Let's do a winter sowing update. I did these on February 1st, so it's been almost a month now, and I just been sick for a while, so I haven't even been checking on them really. First, we have Amish paste. We have a good little 4 in there. Next, we have Marglobe, and I have none so far. Oh, I have 1 over there in the corner. I really don't take it too hard when something doesn't sprout because I'll just buy starts at the nursery. And then next we have orange cherry over there in the corner. We have 1, and we have 1 red cherry over there in that corner. In here we have Rudbeckia, which I have no sprouts, but I'm not worried because last year I didn't get any sprouts until very late as well. In here we're supposed to have mushroom basket tomatoes, but I'm not seeing any. If I don't see any for maybe another week, I'll open it up and sow a few more seeds. In here we have a few Paul Robeson. I think I only planted 3 seeds, so to have 2 is pretty good. And then in here we have basil, which you can see a few purple sprouts mostly over here. You see a green one over there. I really only need like 2 or 3 basil sprouts. Now we're getting into the peppers. And here's mulatto. I think that's a little sprout over there, I'm not sure. I really don't expect to see peppers for a while. They're always the last to sprout. Now in here we have my zinnias, my Senora zinnias, and look at how many I have. They were the first to sprout, fun fact. And then in here we're supposed to have my chiletepins. We have none so far. And then in here is serranos, which that's a weed. That's not a pepper plant. And chile de árbol, so we have neither. In here we're supposed to have habanero and cayenne, but we have 1 little tiny sprout in the corner over there so far. So that might be the first pepper. No guajillo peppers yet. Now this is my eucalyptus, and I'm so excited because I have 1. That's all I wanted is 1. Hopefully I get more, but if I just get 1, I'll be so happy. And then in here we have zeolites, calendula, and we have quite a few. Oh, it looks like the seed got stuck on those 2 over there. That's the only thing about winter sowing is you can't really fix that stuff unless you want to go through the bother of opening the jug, fixing it. They'll be fine. And then in here we're supposed to have black-eyed Susans, hopefully soon. And then in here we have red straw flowers, quite a few sprouts, so cute. And then in here we have apricot straw flowers. That's quite a few more than the red straw flowers. I don't know why there's so many in here. Like every single seed I planted sprouted. And then just to keep on with the garden update, I planted some lettuce mix in here, and it's growing nicely. And then in here we planted some spinach and some kale. I don't know why it's all growing right there. We have a few kales over there. And then this is my garlic. They're getting pretty big. I'm dying to see what they look like so far. And then up here we actually got some violas. They just sprouted on their own. I did not plant violas this year, but if you remember my content, you remember I had violas last year. So they're just volunteers.